One thing I want to do while we were in Nashville was cruise into the new Gibson garage and see what's going on in there. So let's go check it out. So I walk into Gibson garage, and the first person I see says, "Hey, are you Dylan from Dylan Talks Tone?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Well, I'm Dylan too." And I was like, "Well, if you're not busy, show me around."
Yeah,
so
man.
take us on the tour.
Cool. Yeah, so this is the garage, obviously. This is like the USA section, this giant room. So like on these like closets essentially, on the front are like the original collection, and on the back of the modern collection, right? So if you want like a 339 or something like that, smaller bodied, you look at the back side.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of divided like that. You know, the S335s, the designer series with the Vs and Explorers, Les Paul, same way. You got all the standard 50s and 60s, front, modern, tribute, all that stuff on the back. Conveyor belt. I don't know if you've seen the U.S. factory in videos from the
Yes.
Yeah.
So this like mimics the factory.
Exactly. Pretty much stripped straight from there. It moves a lot faster than the factory. Like I've done the tour of the factory, and it's like super slow. They're pressing buttons every time they get a guitar. But for the most part, yeah, it takes like 4 minutes for it to do a rotation. It's like 200 guitars hanging up there, and that's our back stock.
Oh, that's how you stock your
That's how we stock it. Yeah. So our mezzanine or whatever, where we keep all of our cases, instead of keeping guitars in cases and keeping inventory that way, if someone's like, "Hey, do you have like this 50 standard and tobacco burst?" I go, "Oh yeah, it's like right there."
It's right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Just pull it down and do the thing.
Yeah.
And of course, everything in here is like controlled and stuff, so nobody has to worry about like, oh, they're hanging up there and they're not.
Exactly. So we have our R&R guys. They're trained by the R&R department, and they have their own booth. Everything that comes out, like when we get shipment, they go through them, they set them up before they hit the floor.
So every guitar has been set up.
Exactly.
Wow. Cool.
Yep. So yeah, and like we have humidity pipes and controls. There's the acoustic room has its own separate humidity control as well. Yeah. But yeah, everything's humidified, temperature corrected, so there's nothing crazy going on there.
Right on.
Yeah, man.
What else? What else?
Yeah, let's just take you to each individual room.
Yeah.
So this is the Mesa Boogie room, is kind of what we dubbed it. So you can try out, like we got some Fillmores, triple racks, triple crowns, stuff like that. Everything in here is going to be a custom shop. So just VOS finish, nothing super crazy, right? So it's just going to be your standard core models. All reissue models, so like a 59, Les Paul and all that kind of fun jazz. So that's this room. This one's kind of divided into two sections. These are the garage exclusives. Typically, we'll have we have a 2-3-3-5s one. It's like an ebony one with P90s, which is a brilliant guitar. Out of stock because those things go like crazy. We had an olive drab 335 with humbuckers, which is really cool.
Yep.
But yeah, the special olive drab 61 SG in ebony, V in ebony, and then 50s and 60s Les Pauls in ebony as well.
Right on.
And those are garage exclusives. Those should be changing out every 6 months, something like that is what I've heard.
Okay.
So yeah, they're basically exclusive here and on our website. So you can buy them online, but if it says sold out there, call us. We'll be able to
see if you have another one. Right on.
Here's our artist collection. So Hendrix V's, SG, the Slash series. We got a Marcus King hiding back there. But basically, anytime we have an artist model come out, like we had a couple of Kirk Douglases, those sold out immediately. Like the first day we were here. But yeah, all the artist models that come through, they'll be in here. Let's see what else. Oh, stage. So with the stage, we're gonna have, opening day we had Jared play, we had Solis, striking matches, all those kind of guys. This week for NAMM, Marty Schwartz is doing a live stream kind of lesson thing here. Jared James is playing again this week. So we got a cool kind of set. We'll have performances here. Once the garage kind of gets settled down, because we're still in our opening phases, we're gonna have a regular schedule of artists playing. Yeah, and what's really great too is all of our amps, I don't know if you noticed, they have cab clones. So if someone comes in here and they're not paying attention to the artist, they want to buy a guitar, they can put on their headphones, play, it won't override the artist, and the artist isn't going to override them and their experience trying to find a guitar that works for them.
So you have cab clones on every amp?
Yep, on pretty much every amp. There's a couple of them that don't have them just because orders are so backstocked even for us, but pretty much every single amp, Fillmore, triple rack, triple crown, all that kind of stuff, you're gonna find it's gonna have a cab clone, and you can plug
And that
in.
also means that any of these guitars you'll be able to play at full chat
Exactly.
in your head without being all guitar centering.
And that's the biggest thing, man. And
Yeah.
so it's really cool. So you can get
Which you can't normally do in a normal buying experience. It just doesn't work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the whole, the benefit of coming to the garage to find your Gibson. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
Cool.
Yeah, over here is the Epiphone corridor. Let me show you the Kramer stuff first, actually.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah, so we have like this cool like wall of old TVs with all the stickers. These are real stickers too.
Really?
Yeah. So like I guess Mark, he went and hunted down, eBayed all these stickers. So all those are real stickers. Some of them are vintage. I guess from what he was telling me, this is like a real Rush one that was super expensive to buy. Like,
Wow.
these are all real. But yeah, this is the Kramer Corner. So stack of cassettes on the wall with actual like cassettes. We have the Motley Crue right there, Dr. Feelgood, Pyromania, stuff like that. And then our Kramer collection, so the Snake Sorbo and 84s and all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
So if you're into the 80s shred,
Heck yeah, dude.
yeah, man. Yeah, Epiphone section. We got artist models, which Epiphone artist models go like crazy. Like,
I would imagine.
Like the Alex, I don't know if you saw the Alex Lifesons. Like how that was the fastest selling guitar Gibson has ever produced.
Really?
Like that's coming from like upstairs. Like they were like, yeah, it was gone. Like website, we had 35 allocated for the website, gone within hours. We had, I think, like 8 allocated here in the garage. They were all gone the first day. I had one more come in a week later, and it was gone that night. So, like, some of these artist models go like crazy, especially for that model because it's such a good bang for the buck.
Oh man,
You get Floyd, you get a
yeah.
Piezo, you get all that stuff on the Les Paul.
We've been doing our weekly news every Tuesday, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh man, it's super feature packed. For what is it? What does it cost, Matt?
$900 or something like that.
Man.
Yeah, dude, it was nothing, man. Like
a Floyd's $250 by itself.
Exactly. And they worked great, man. Like we were able to jam on them.
Really?
Before we sent them out the door, because every guitar gets a setup before they walk out with it. Like, hey, you got an hour, depending on how backlogged they are.
Yeah. So if I play 10s or I play 9s or whatever, you're gonna set it up for me before I leave.
Exactly. So we can do that. That's Epiphone. Yeah.
Cool.
You want to see acoustic?
Yeah,
next?
let's see acoustic stuff.
Let's go to the acoustics. This is the acoustic room. This side of the wall is mostly custom shops and reissues, so you got your banner acoustics and stuff like that. Over here is like a more modern age stuff. We're doing American-made Epiphones again, so like the Texan and the Frontier. These guys are actually the prototypes. So these are Cesar's guitars that we're putting on for sale. So these are like the originals that like passed. Like this is what we're producing in the Bozeman factory. Cool. So. And then on the other walls, like our true Epiphones, like our overseas Epiphones and stuff like that. Obviously, your Gibson end, we're producing American-made versions. We're also doing American-made casinos. We just haven't gotten those out yet, but we are producing American-made casinos. Basically, trying to reproduce like what Epiphone used to be
before. Yeah.
Exactly, because like we're producing some really great import stuff. But like I know a lot of people, especially like the Texan, the Paul McCartney, that kind of stuff, people really want that experience again. So that's why we're producing American-made Epiphone products. And it's the same nitrocellulose, Bozeman factory, all that kind of stuff. You're getting the American-made product.
Right
on. And like it's just as good as a Gibson.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, man, so that's the acoustic room. The best room is the Murphy room.
All right.
I don't know if you've seen any of the Murphy Age stuff yet.
I have not.
Okay, let's go check it out real quick. So this is the Murphy room. So Murphy room made to measure, all that kind of stuff. Murphy aging, it's a new process. It's proprietary. Like basically, it's under strict lock and key. But he doesn't use razor blades anymore, right? So it's real checking. He does it's a lot of hand wear in terms of like this kind of stuff, arm wear.
Yep.
All that stuff's still done by hands. I mean, let me see, is there anything like all these dings and stuff? But in terms of the checking, that's not done with a razor blade anymore, so it doesn't feel like there's bumps. Yeah, it's like it's actually in the finish. So it feels like my 67 special. It feels like my 98 standard that's all beat up and stuff. They feel and play like real guitars. Yeah, man, let me show you the made to measure stuff and kind of explain how all that works.
Yeah.
So this wall comes down. So basically we're just building Les Pauls. At the moment, we're gonna roll out SGs and 335s here soon, but this is the made to measure corner. What you can do and what you can see, like this cascading, you can come in and pick your top for your 59. So you come in and you can choose from like 40 tops, and what you choose is what's gonna be on your guitar once it's done. And we got all sorts of types. You got Eastern and Western maple, you got it. So if you want like the more mineral deposit stuff, you got that. If you want the blues lawyers, super flamey yellow, you can do that. But yeah, anything you see, we pull it out on Friday. It ships out to custom shop. So
Wow.
yeah, all your parts. So if you want to add a Bigsby, you can add a Bigsby, the Maestro, all that kind of stuff. Your different tuner variations. You can do the double Cusins, waffle backs. You can go down to your knobs and plastics too. It gets pretty absurd.
Crazy.
Yeah. Neck profile. So like if you want a 59, but you don't want like the medium neck, you want something a little fatter, you can go with a chunky D shape, or the opposite route. You can go with the Access Slim C, just a more modern neck, which is going to be on more your Les Paul custom standard kind of things. Different 60s, so you got a V2 and a V3, 60 shape neck, but all that's like your choice. What I like to do is I actually like people playing these necks on the actual guitars, you know?
Right.
Like, you can feel what it feels like here, but you can't feel what it plays like,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So like I always actually try pulling down the actual guitar for somebody and be like, this is what it's mostly gonna feel like. Right. So.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, and then you can choose your burst too. So like if you want to see what it looks like on actual maple, instead of like swatches, we have actual maple caps, and this is what it looks like. So you can choose your actual burst option.
Good grief, man. This
Yeah.
is so cool.
Yeah, so it gets pretty nuts. This is probably my favorite room in the entire store, just because you can go crazy with it. Yeah, and like turn around, you know, give it 6 months.
Wow.
Get your guitar. It ships here to the garage, and then we ship it to you, or you can come pick it up, whatever you want to do. But yeah, it comes here. We do one final inspection here, and then it sends out.
So cool, man.
Yeah, man.
I love this whole concept. I really appreciate you taking the time to show us around, because this is it's something I've been meaning to come by and see for a while. And
Yeah.
yeah, so thanks a lot. Thanks to Dylan at the Gibson Garage. Come see him if you want to buy some crazy Gibson Les Paul, or just an Epiphone artist model, or whatever. Like
Exactly.
it's all here.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty awesome. All right, so where are we going, JC?
We're going secret artist cave at the Gibson Garage. Only a few people get to see it. But
This
we're gonna
is
check it out.
JC, the CEO of Gibson, by the way. Just he ran up to me and said, "YouTube alert." So here we go. Here we go.
Let's go. Come on in. Backstage required right there. Watch your step. Watch your step. Got this?
Yep, I think so. Might be a little wild.
Come on through. This is full rock star entrance here.
Backpack.
Oh shoot. Oh no, I got a badge.
Oh, scanny card and everything.
For sure. So this is the artist cave, where really the artists come to, we meet with all of our artists all around the world. They're going to end up here, and we can do a lot of content creation here. You're going to see these backgrounds from electric, acoustic, rock and roll corner, but also it's full staging for makeup, for everything that an artist would want if they're getting off a tour bus, make them feel comfortable, food, catering. We can do marketing sessions, talk about what they want to do, and then we kind of come up with plans, and this is where it all happens. Or late night, we just hang here and talk about the good old days and the good old days to come.
Yeah,
it's pretty
man.
cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So this is where it happens. We got vinyl in here. All these guitars are obviously playable, and sometimes we just sit there and jam with artists, and they come up with ideas. And you can see our rock and roll wall here with a few friends, Gibson friends.
Yeah.
And we'll add to this over time. And then Heather runs all of our artist relations, entertainment relations here in Nashville, and it's awesome. So she knows what's going on. Big week for us here. It's NAMM week, so
Yeah.
lots of activity. We would do live stage stuff from beginners, and Marty Schwartz is going to do a live stream from here right through to striking matches, and then Hailstorm plays at the Basement East, I think, on Friday.
Yeah.
So it's good. Really cool week, and then I'll show you one more thing.
All right.
Keep the camera rolling, because this is any book you want to check out. Stay back there.
Okay. Whoa.
Gibson Vault. These are all of our guitar storied history icons, like 59 Burst. You also get the 58 Carina Flying V, 57 Gold Top, and these are real, these are ours.
These are the...
all playable.
Wow. Dude.
There you have it, Artist Cave.
It's awesome, man.
Cool.
Can you do me a favor really quick?
Yeah, man.
Just so we can... I think we figured out what the thumbnail's gonna be.
All right, man. All right. Open the door. 3, 2, 1. There we go. That should be it right
Awesome.
I appreciate you taking the
Cool,
time.
man. Absolutely, man.
That's
Good.
really cool, man.
No, but this is why we built this. Now we can bring it to life, right?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
No, wow. Behind a secret bookcase and everything.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That's a real vault door.
That's so cool.
And then what would happen is, like, artists would come in and they would, pick up their guitar. We'd talk to them about it. We'd say, hey, do you want to just, play a few songs? And they'll walk out just like we're going to walk out here. They'll come out on the stage and they'll play. We'll have it set up. We won't announce it sometimes. Sometimes we will in the evening, but they'll come out here, walking on the stage. These are just set up for now, but this is a stage, a live stage, and they can come out here, start playing, and people be like, oh my God, that's so-and-so. And all of a sudden, by the time everyone figures it out, they're already gone. So it's cool.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Awesome, man.
Hey, thanks.
Good
I
to meet
appreciate
you.
you taking
Good luck
a
with
minute.
everything, man.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
All right,
Take
thanks
care.
a lot.
See ya.
Yeah, we'll see
Join
you.
in your
Well, there you go. So it's actually the next morning. I'm on my way back to the Gibson garage for reasons that will become apparent very soon. That will be in the next video. But I just wanted to kind of close this tour thing out with a couple of interesting things. I'm really fascinated with what Gibson is doing right now. Not only are they really concerned with the quality of the presentation of their product, JC was telling me that that was something that they really wanted to do, was show what presentation of Gibson products should look like and what and how it should feel, right? So I hope, this is just my opinion, I hope that dealers pay attention to what they're doing at the Gibson garage and places like that, so that the presentation of Gibson products is more positive. And the in-house setups and quality control and all that kind of stuff, I really hope everybody does that, right? Not just Gibson, but everybody. I think I've said it many times in videos, it's very important, it's very cool. I'm really, really stoked on this whole concept and this whole way of presenting products. So I really dig it. I hope you dug it. I know it was a little kind of shaky and running around, but I didn't honestly think that they were going to let me shoot in there. I didn't know that they were going to let me do that. I walked in with a camera and I wanted to do it, but I didn't know they were going to let me do it. I get turned down a lot on these things, so I was like really surprised. So we just kind of ran around, and of course when JC like literally snuck up on me and was like, hey, YouTube alert, do you want to see some cool stuff? I'm like, yes. And he's like, just turn your camera on, let's go. He literally said, I have people waiting in the car, I can't be long, I don't have a whole lot of time, but I want to show you. I could not believe how cool everybody is. Gibson's a different place than it was 3 or 4 years ago, and I am all in. That's why I'm going back. That's why I'm going back. So you will see that video soon. Thanks for hanging out. My name is Dylan. This is Dylan Talks Tone. We are in Nashville for Summer NAMM 2021. There will be more content this week, more t-shirts, more everything. We have lots of stuff happening. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next video.